So welcome if you're joining me live or if you're joining me after. And hello to you, whatever time of day you're doing this. Okay, we'll get going in about 30 seconds. Fab. And today we're just going to do a nice, spicy, energizing flow. So it's going to be quite powerful. You might build up a little bit of a sweat. Join in as much as you feel comfortable with. Don't feel that you have to join in everything. Not every position is for every person. So if something doesn't feel good for you, you can go back to child's pose, you can go to downward facing dog. Just figure what works for you and what feels right in your body. So as soon as you're ready, we'll come back to your mat. And we're going to start standing up today. So, in fact, I need to just adjust this up a little bit. There we go. So we're standing up at the back of your mat. And we're going to feel as though the hips are drawing in towards the midline. You're lengthening up through the top of your head. And then feel the shoulders roll back and down, standing up nice and tall. And then we're just going to tilt forward onto the toes and then back onto the heels. And take a few repetitions, alternating the weight between the heels and then up onto the toes. Feet are just a comfortable hip width apart. And then coming back to center. Good. Now we'll bring big toes together to touch. Heels can be very slightly apart. Inhale, lengthen through the top of your head. Exhale, bend into your knees. So you're imagining as though you're lowering down onto a chair behind you. And it's that point just before you sit down onto the chair. The sides of the body feel nice and long. And we'll inhale, reach the arms above the head. So you're continuing that nice long line. Again, we're going to bring the weight forward into the toes, lift the heels, and then the weight goes back into the heels. See if you can lift the toes. You're just adjusting forward and back a few times in your own time. You might feel like the ribs start to splay, and if they do, try and draw them in towards your body, whilst keeping a nice, smooth, steady breath. Good. Next time the weight's back in the heels, we'll exhale and forward fold, allowing the body to feel nice and long. If you feel super tight in the hamstrings or you feel any pressure in the lower back, then do bend your knees quite a bit here. That's perfectly fine and a great option to take. If you're a bit more flexible, you can work the legs more towards straight. On your next inhale, halfway lift, either fingers to the ground or hands to shins. Again, if you're less flexible, hands to shins. More flexible, fingers to the ground. Holding there, a couple of deep breaths. And then walk the hands forward, come to a straight arm plank. From here, we're going forward on the toes, lower your knees down, lower your chest down. Inhale, peel back, cobra. Exhale, release, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Hips up and back to the sky. Knees come down to all fours. Feel your wrists beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips. We're going opposite arm and leg lifting. So inhale, opposite arm and leg lifting through center and then even up, coming into a back bend. Exhale, elbow to knee across the body. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tuck. Inhale to lift. Exhale, tuck and hold. And then release back all forwards. Exactly the same the other side. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck in. Inhale to lift. Exhale to curl. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl and hold. And then back to all fours. Hands walk a little bit further forward. Toes tuck under, lift your hips, come to downward facing dog. Inhale to straight arm plank, tailbone long towards the heels. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, straight arm plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale again, straight arm plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly walk hands in towards the feet. Bend your knees if you need to, or keep your hips up nice and high if you can. When the weight's in the feet, inhale, arms wide and high, reach them up to the sky. Exhale, hands together, heart center. Yeah, give your arms and your legs a little shake out. Let's stay nice and loose in the body. And then hands come back together. Inhale, up and back to the sky. Exhale, through center, all the way down to the ground, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, fingers to the ground or hands to shins. Exhale, walk the hands forward, come to a straight arm plank. Either knees down, chest down, cobra, as we did, or we go forward on the toes, halfway down to chaturanga, and then pushing forward and up to your up dog. If you're in up dog, knees and hips are lifted. If you can't maintain that, you can lower down to cobra. Back over the toes, downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, left leg lifts up high to the sky. Three-legged dog. Really push up through that foot. On your next exhale, left knee comes to left elbow as you come to a plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left knee towards the forehead. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, left foot forward between your hands, bringing that foot forward if it needs a little help. We're staying high on the back toes. Inhale, lift the arms, bending into the front knee, pushing through the back heel. As you exhale, arms come wide and down, lower that back knee till it's just hovering about an inch off the ground. Inhale, reach the arms up as you straighten both legs, slow and controlled. Exhale, bending into both knees. Inhale to straighten up both legs. Exhale to bend, holding there. And then gently lower the back knee. Taking extra padding behind the knee if you need to. Bring the left hand behind the back. Release the toes. Right arm reaches up and taking a stretch up and back to the sky. Holding 2, 1. And then right hand comes down. Bending that back knee, lifting the back foot. If that feels okay for the knee. If not, just hold there. If you can, you reach the hand back towards the ankle. Maybe some of you can hold those toes or the ankle and even start to draw the foot in. But take it slow because it can become quite intense quite quickly. Holding there, nice strong chest. Lifting the chin. And feeling the shoulder really opening back. And then slow to release down, hands around the front foot, step back downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, right knee to the right elbow as you come to plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, cross the body. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee towards the forehead. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bring that right foot forward between the hands, heel, ball, toe. Staying high on the back toes. Feeling ankle beneath the knee on the front leg. Inhale to lift the arms up high, bending into that front knee, pushing through the back heel. And then on your next exhale, arms come wide, lower the back knee to a hover. Inhale to lift and straighten up both legs. Exhale to slowly bend into both knees, arms come down. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to bend. Inhale to lift. And exhale to bend and pause there, holding for a moment and then gently lowering the back knee. Release the back toes. Right hand behind the back, left arm reaching up to the sky, coming into a gentle back bend if that feels good. Really thinking about reaching and extending up. And then we'll bring that left hand down to the ground, lifting the back foot. Maybe you reach the right hand back. Maybe that's plenty enough. Or if you can, you take a hold, but don't feel that you need to. It might be that you stay with the foot down if it doesn't feel good for the knee to lift the foot. Good, so you're holding whatever position works for you and your body. And then slow to release the back foot, hands come round the front foot, tuck the back toes, move back downward facing dog. Holding your down dog, a few nice deep breaths as you hold. And then gaze between your thumbs, bend your knees, either take a step forward or you're taking a gentle hop between your hands. Inhale, arms wide and high as you come to stand. Exhale, hands return to heart center. Good, we'll ground to the left foot, lift and spread out the toes. Inhale, lift the right knee, lengthening up the body. Keep the hands heart center. Exhale, shoulders go forward, foot goes back towards the warrior three variation, hands staying heart center. Inhale, slow to lift up, lift the right knee. Exhale, see, can you extend that foot forward, leg towards straight? Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, shoulders forward, foot goes back towards that warrior three. And then reach the fingertips down. Maybe the foot goes a little bit higher. Don't worry how high, just that it's on its journey away from the ground. Some of you, it might not even be 90, and that's perfectly fine. It's your journey. Good, and then that right foot stepping back to a lunge. You're going to bring the left shoulder on top of the knee. Left hand reaches out to the side. Maybe that's plenty enough, or you bring the right hand out to the side as well. Holding 3, 2, 1, and then both hands come down. Step back downward facing dog. Rest down, knees down, hips back. Child's pose. Rest your forehead down to the ground. On your next inhale, lift up all fours. Exhale, toes tuck under, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Gaze between your thumbs, bend your knees, either step or take a hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms wide and high. Exhale, hands come together. This time, ground to the right foot, lift and spread out the toes. Inhale to lift that left knee. Exhale, shoulders go forward, foot goes back behind you, warrior three variation. Inhale, slowly back up, lift that left knee, and then extend the left leg towards straight if you can. Inhale to bend the knee. Exhale, shoulders go forward, foot goes back behind you. And then if you can, fingertips coming down, maybe the back foot lifts even higher. But as always, don't worry how high it's lifting. And then we're going to smoothly step back to a lunge. Bring the right shoulder on top of the right knee. Right hand out to the side. Maybe that's it and you stay there. Or you bring the left hand out as well. Holding there. 3, 2, 1. One, and then both hands come down. Step back, downward facing dog. Hold your down dog. Nice deep breaths. And then resting, knees down, hips back, child's pose. Forehead resting down to the ground. On your next inhale, lift up all fours. We're going to slide the right shin forward and across for your pigeon pose. So the right shin is coming across the mat. Some of you, it might be 90 degrees. A lot of you, it'll be slightly less of an angle than that. And then you might even slide the back knee back a little bit to come to your pigeon pose. We're staying up high to begin with, feeling the shoulders roll back, chest press forward, lift the chin. And then what we're going to do from here, we're going to press through the front shin and the back shin. Try and lift the hips an inch and lower back down. It could be you can do that with the fingertips staying down. But if you're feeling strong, you can try doing that with the fingertips lifting and then lowering. So just working the strength in this position. And then next time you release down, we'll go all the way down to the forearms. Rest the forehead to the hands or the ground. And just take a few deep breaths, holding your pigeon stretch. Then slow to lift your body up. Tuck your back toes, move back to downward facing dog. Walk slowly on the spot, as though you're walking in slow motion. And then we'll slide the left shin forward for your pigeon. So again, to begin with, we stay up high. Walk the fingertips back, lift the chest, lift the chin, roll those shoulders back. And again, we'll bring the focus to the front shin and the back shin. And we've got that lifting and lowering, either with the fingertips down to help you, or if you're feeling strong, lifting the fingertips, lowering them down. We're just working on the strength in that end range of flexibility there. Good. Next time you come down, we'll lower down to the forearms. Maybe rest forehead to the hands or forehead to the ground. And just focus in on your breath one more time. Again, really slow to lift the upper body, tuck the back toes, move back to downward facing dog and walking out really slowly. Again, it's almost like slow motion. And then making your way to sitting. From sitting, we'll bring one hand to your upper chest, one hand to your belly. Just finishing with 5 deep breaths in and out through your nose. I'm really feeling as though you're filling into not just your chest, but also into your belly. So expanding right the way around the rib cage. And really expanding that breath into your belly as well. And when you've taken about 4 or 5 breaths, bring your thumb to your third eye and say namaste. Good. Have a lovely evening, or have a lovely day if you're joining me at another time. And I hope you enjoyed that. I got a little bit sweaty there. It's quite muggy today. Good. Have a lovely, lovely day. And don't forget to subscribe and check out some of my other videos. If you want to follow this up with something straight away, you can check out one of my lying down stretches, which would be a really nice ending to this session that we've done. Okay, have a lovely time.